Welcome back, everybody, to Oxygen Not Included. So we are here with our little friends, our dupes, as they are busy working away, as we can see them doing. And they look so happy. Look at that. You know, Party was very happy before doing research. All right, when we left off, we had finished putting together the beginnings of a giant water tank, as we can see here. We still have water all over the place, but we did drain out a couple big pockets, allowing us, more space to build and stuff. So some of the things we have to do is we're going to need to mop up some of this water as we begin expanding our base areas and stuff, so that way we can, take advantage of cleaning everything up and putting stuff together. We still need to dig here into our main this vent, but we need to upgrade our skill in digging a little bit more. So right now what we're doing is we are building a micro power station that's going to power our water supply, our pump down here, and then allow us to put in some better bathrooms, and start cleaning some things up and putting stuff together. So we got a couple things to do. The first thing is skills. Curly can be upgraded. So typically Curly likes tinkering, but that's not really important right now. So we're going to give him more digging and super hard digging. That way we can unlock that vent and see what it's all about. And then we need new things to research. So ideally what we like to do is we research up our power areas, so that we can get into the power control stations as well as fossil fuels and advanced power productions. And that allows you to put in micro and self-management machines and all of that good stuff. So that's the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get this smart battery, because we already have the, clear down at the bottom, the automation wiring, and we have the press to put it all together. Obviously, we need to make that press, which is under refinement. We need a rock crusher. This thing takes an extraordinary amount of energy and puts out a tremendous amount of heat, but temporarily we're going to be able to use this to crush up some rocks, and that way we can build some automation and things like that. All right. So basically, we just need to let these guys continue on. We're a little low on food, which means we maybe should expand our farm some more. That would probably be a good thing to do. So let's go ahead and work that out. Let's see. We're going to do our farm. We don't have any clay yet, so we're still going to use dirt. But we might as well continue along the top of our eating area here and expand a little bit on our farm. And oxygen levels, I believe, are decent. We need a little refinement down here, and that's why we want to get this power system up, because we have the materials already to do a carbon skimmer, also a water sieve. So why don't we figure out where to put that? We're going to make it out of copper. It's not going to overheat. The goal of this is to clean the air. So we want it down here. I was planning on putting it next to our power area in this section. That's why we were cleaning this out. So we're going to have to harvest up some of this stuff, uproot these plants to make room. We might as well go ahead and put in an oxygen tile there and there. Then put in a floor for our water sieve. All right. I also want to go ahead and put in a little barrier here. We're actually going to expand this water tank up. Now, typically, notice we're leaving 4 blocks in between each level, right? So that means we can still go up 2 levels there. The purpose of that is several-fold. One, make more room for water. But 2, we don't want dirty water filling into this, or flowing into this, I should say. So we want to make sure that we can kind of if water comes down the stairwell, it can't get into the tank because it's just going to drop further, and so on and so forth. And that'll help protect us. Alright, looks like we can go ahead and put in our machinery. So we're going to start with a water sieve. We're going to stick it here. We're going to need, it's going to need sand. So we're going to put a little sand storage right there. And then we need our carbon skimmer, which is going to go here. Then we need to hook it up with plumbing. So we're just going to take our liquid pipe. We're going to use igneous rock. And so water, dirty water is going to come out of, or go into this purifier, basically. This is the purifier, sorry. And this is going to purify oxygen. So what we need to do is we have these little out and input. So this goes in, this goes out. So that means we can take this, we're going to go out, clean water, and it's going to go into our air purifier. And then the dirty water is going to come out. We're going to extend the pipe a little bit, and it's going to go in to this. And it's going to be a self-sufficient system. Now we have to get water into the system to start it. So we'll have to do that. And, you know, we have our, of course, piping here that we've already started. So we're going to just bring this piping up, and we'll go straight in like that from our pump down here. Then we need power to the whole thing. So this is where we're going to start getting power hungry, right? So this is temporary lines. So we're just going to go straight up. Whoops. And we're going to connect that. Then we need to go a little bit further to there. And I didn't place the wiring. Yeah. There. Now that's going to max out the power that this coal generator can only do like 600 in power generation. We take a look right here. This thing here already takes 450. This takes 240. You know, this thing takes 120. This thing takes 120. And we got a little sand filter here, or a little air scrubber here too. So we're gonna totally max this power system out. In fact, what we're gonna do is we're gonna cancel that, and we are going to take the second coal power plant, put it there. We're gonna put a smart battery here in a moment, so we won't worry about anything. We just need to research that. All right, we got a new dupe if we want him. Let me see, tidying and digging, this is really good. Falls asleep temporarily, which isn't necessarily the best thing, but I think we're going to take Joshua. We haven't grabbed anything recently, or we could take 8,000 in food. Let's see. Do we want Joshua, or do we want food? Food's going to become a problem. I think we can be a little bit more picky. We'll wait on Joshua. We're going to go ahead and get the food. There we go. That gives us 10k calories in time that this will grow. That'll be good. And in fact, we're going to go ahead and just increase priority here and get these built. There we go. And then we're just going to let them continue on. We still got to provide power to our drills, our musher here. You know, these guys got a lot of work to do. Technically, we could use some more dupes, but for right now, you know, we kind of gotta wait. Gotta wait for them to build. We're not digging anything outside of what we have to. Oh, we got a new skill. Several. All right, we could do advanced research, which we already got. For one here, we've got Hardy, so although he can get electrical engineering, which let's go ahead and just give him improved tinkering. He's automatically going to get electrical engineering. I think that's positive. That's awesome. All right, cool. How come he doesn't have an electrical engineering hat? Oh, there it is. Haha! He'll be happy. New hat. And our farmer here, we're going to go ahead and... We're not going to go here yet. We're going to go ahead and give him digging. Eventually, we want everybody to have the basics of digging and the basics of construction and stuff like that, and improved carrying, because it just speeds them up. Alright, we're going to have some new farm plots here in a moment. Settings. Plant the plants. More meal lice. Not quite sure about these meal lice, because I'll have to find one that's ready to harvest, but it looks like they're like crawling with bugs, and maybe that's, you know, I mean, lice is lice, so maybe that's what they're eating. They're eating lice, which is kind of scary. Is there a live plant somewhere, or a harvest ready one? I don't see one ready. Not yet. This one and these are almost ready, 82%. But yeah, that crazy. These guys, you can eat too. These little hatches, they're so cute too. Though, look at their little mouths. You know, they eat stone like sandstone, and then make coal out of it. This guy's asleep too. I didn't know they sleep during the night. That's interesting. Alright, let's go ahead. Settings, plant there as well. We'll start prioritizing some builds and some different things just to get some stuff moving and get it done. There we go. Got some more plants. So what else can we prioritize just to kind of knock some things out? So this is going to be good to prioritize along with our power. And these. Alright, we got our smart battery, which we won't be able to build yet, because we need to crush some stone first. So we kind of run these without a battery, and we're going to crush stone really fast, and then put a battery in place. So kind of tricky there. So what can we research next? Well, I think the next thing to research is probably... I'd say like our insulated piping for water, so that if we get hot water, we don't have to worry about it heating up the entire base. It's insulated. Okay, so this is going to be sand only, filtration medium, sand. There we go. Got quite a bit of coal already in storage. Awesome. Okay, we got our water barrier up. We are making progress. Oh, we need to plant our other crop. There we go. Perfect. We got a little bit of stress. Curly's getting stressed out. Why are you... That's Larry. Probably because he's doing all this construction work. That's Laurel. That's Curly. Yeah, here's Curly. What's the matter, Curly? See, we can look over. He's hungry. He's not rested. He has a sore back. He has yucky lungs, and he's holding his breath. It's probably because we're not doing too hot on our oxygen here. This is awaiting delivery. This should always be a priority. That's probably why. Hey, look at the meal lice. See how they're moving around. And we're gonna eat that. Yum, 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 yum. Well, I guess as long as they're eating it, and not me, right? Got all kinds of plants. We got fish we can get, paku. We'll have to really start expanding here soon, but, you know, the key is we gotta get a basic base set up. that'll take care of our dupes with food, air, and water, and plumbing. So right now we got a lot of dirty oxygen happening in here because we're not picking this stuff up. Did we put this in here? Yeah, we did, but we don't have a place to empty the polluted water. Alright, so this thing, once it has power, will also help filter out the air, just so that it smells better. I want to put one in the bathroom, but we'll wait. Not a huge priority. Alright, so we don't want anything in here yet, so we're just going to put this really low for now. Because otherwise it's going to waste electricity. We don't want that to happen yet. Because we need our smart battery first. Alright, so here we got our crusher, so we can take and we can actually build smart wires. So we're going to do 20 of these. We'll put it on a 6. We'll go ahead and move this up as well. Refill it at a 20%. There we go. Alright. So what's going to happen is in the next day, we'll speed it up through the night. They're going to put coal in here, and then that's going to start creating power, and we're going to cook through this. Fresh up a bunch of ore really quick. No, we have an omelet. Alright. Turn it back down to medium. I don't like having it all the way up on the highest possible speed. Because sometimes you get busy doing something and then you miss something that happens and somebody dies. It always happens. Someone dies. Alright, so while they're doing that, let's go ahead and let's put in a pitcher pump down here. Water collection and water collection. We're going to have several water collectors. So we're going to have one here that's up high. And then we'll put another one down below. So we need to dig out the rest of this too. Alright, so this is good to go. We're going to put a priority and get somebody working it. There we go. That's going to give us refined metal while this is running, so we're not going to waste our energy. Now, of course, already you can see this is really heating it up. So this isn't the best place for this. You know, eventually we'll want to put this somewhere where it's not going to heat up our base. But for now, that's what we got to do. Alright, here soon we'll have enough refined metal to make our smart battery. Which for now we're just going to stick right here. This is a temporary power setup. Later we'll do a better one. Alright, we just got to put in a couple of floor pieces here, a couple bits of wiring down to our power supply. And we will be able to call this an episode. And have our new systems up and running. That'll be good. Do we have enough yet? Not yet. Come on, little guys, you can do it. Alright, so this is ready to go. We just need our wiring to our water supply. Almost there. And that'll start pumping water up into this, and then we can destroy a pipe and close it out. Alright, we can build our smart battery. We're going to do that. Then we're going to need automation. Which, as soon as he's done popping out a little bit more, we're going to have that as well. Alright, 2 more power supplies to the water, and then that will start creating oxygen down here. Because right now you can see here, see how it's all red? We're going to just burn through this carbon dioxide with this machine. And that way they'll have oxygen when they're working down here. Alright, so let's put in our automation wire, which is going to go from here to our 2 power supplies. Alright, we're going to go ahead and just do that. Turn this back down to a 6. That back down to a 6. That back down to a 6. Sometimes when you're pasting over things. Alright, now we can set this up. So what's going to happen is that when power gets down to 20% in the battery, it'll start recharging and it's going to go up to 80%. Because by the time it sends this signal, the generators will go a little bit longer and push it up to 100. There we go. Now this is fully automated. We don't have to worry about it. Pipe is blocked. Did we miss a pipe? Nope. We are full on water. Good. Alright. So you can see it's starting to pull. That's excellent. As soon as water starts coming out of this, we can go ahead and deconstruct a piece of pipe. Right, let's do a little more research. We've got our piping. Let's come up and... Now that we got refined metal, let's do this. Alright, it is nighttime. Guess we can speed it up. Alright, you can see stress really went high, so we're going to have to start taking care of that here soon. We also really need to watch our food. We might need to get power up here and make some mush bars. We've got 5 dupes. They're going to eat all of that at once. Let's go ahead and do that. We're just going to temporarily run a power supply down here, so if we need to make food, we can do so. We're going to go ahead and cut this down just a couple more. And we'll give Curly a break because he's the one that's been operating it, and that'll get his stress back down. That'll be good. Alright, we still are not generating... Yeah, this is the issue. Of course, once we fill this with water, which we could do... Why don't we do that? Because that'll push up the carbon a little bit further. Now, this water is not all going to fit into the tank. It's going to spill over and be clear out here. And that's okay. We'll use it up, but at least it'll start draining it out. But it'll push up the carbon dioxide so it gets into this. We also need to put in more ways for carbon to get out here. So like, for example, I mean, you can see here, we've got this little gap right here, which we can dig out, and that'll drop all this carbon out of that. And we've got all this over here, which we could get as well. So in fact, we're just going to go ahead and do that. That way it'll drain all that carbon out as well, and we can start recycling it. Okay, we should be fairly good here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to deconstruct this pipe. There we go. That way no more fresh water goes into there, and it'll be a self-contained system. Alright. We have a new skill. So, what do we want? He's the critter ranching. Well, we're not ready for critter ranches yet, so we're just going to give him super hard digging. Alright, everybody. Well, I think we have accomplished what we wanted to. We have our temporary power system. We have a water purifier here, and which is only purifying, of course, for this closed loop, but we have an air purifier. It is going to take carbon. You can see it working. It's pumping around. And so, yay, that is really good. The only thing I'm concerned about is this thing is not running yet. Waiting a filtration medium. Well, that would explain why it's not running. Someone put sand in the machine. There we go. Now it'll start running. Cool. All right. Well, thanks for joining me today on Oxygen Not Included. When we come back in our next episode, we are going to select hopefully a new dupe, and then we will move on to the next project.